Emma Galloway is a chef, author, food photographer and blogger. When Emma discovered that she and her 2 children were gluten and lactose intolerant, she set about creating delicious, nutritious recipes that cater to a range of allergies and special dietary needs. She shares her culinary creations in her cookbooks and award-winning food blog, My Darling Lemon Thyme. Kia ora Emma, nau mai, haere mai, ki tō mātou whare. Thank you for coming along to our whare.
Thanks for having me.
With your very awesome book. I feel like I've got 2 degrees of separation from Oprah now, because Oprah loves your stuff, doesn't she?
A recipe got featured on Oprah, yeah.
Don't talk it down.
On the website, yeah.
I think we just go there. I mean, it's a good endorsement. And, okay, we're going to go to Huffington Post, all of those things. Kei te rata rata katoa ki a koe. They love your stuff. But I love the fact that your food looks so delicious, so I can't wait to get into it today. Haha wa tawa mahi, so what are we going to be making?
First up, we're going to do a strawberry and avocado shake, and then we're going to make zucchini, feta and mint fritters.
Okay, haha te mahi tuatahi, so what do we do first then?
All we need to do is strain this. So this is 1 cup of almonds, and I've chucked a couple of dried dates in here. You don't have to, but it just adds a natural sweetness to it. You can also put a little bit of maple syrup or rice syrup in when you're blending it as well after, if you don't want to use the dates. Yeah. So we're just going to strain the water off. Soaking the nuts overnight removes a lot of the phytic acid, which is an enzyme inhibitor. So it stops your body from absorbing good stuff. So you want to soak them overnight. So we just need a blender. I start off just by adding 1 cup of water. And then we're going to give that a good blend till it's kind of paste-like, and then we'll add the rest.
Okay.
And then we'll just add the rest in there. Okay, so if you have a blender that's not super strong, just blend it for probably just a bit longer. So,
kei te kitea tonu tia, we can still see maybe little chunky bits.
Yep, that's okay. It's okay. I tend to use a big jug to put the nut milk bag over it. If you're doing it by yourself, it's a lot easier, you know. If you're not an octopus, you can do it yourself. And then it's just a matter of squeezing it. Ah. And it really is that simple.
Anō nei kei te mira kakao, ne? It's like you're milking a cow.
Yeah, definitely.
If you're not a nut bag or don't have a nut bag, then like you're saying, you could use a muslin cloth and just make sure that there's a hole in the bottom, sort of thing.
No, there's no hole in here.
Oh, is there not?
Holes at the top. So all you need to do if you've just got a piece of cloth is to just gather up the sides, hold the top really carefully, and then you're just squeezing it out. Seems a little bit wasteful, and I hate food waste. So what you can do is get on Google. There's millions of recipes that use the pulp. So we're just going to place some strawberries, 3 cups. Those are going to go in. I mean, most smoothies have banana in them as the thickener and the sweetener. I add avocado for the creaminess. Because there's actually not a huge amount of sweetness in anything that's in here, I'm just going to add a couple of spoonfuls of brown rice syrup. Roast malt syrup is a little bit less sweet than honey, and it's also a really good alternative if you're vegan.
Hanumitia, so we're just going to blend it all up.
Blend it up, yep.
And it's done. He nui ngā hua ki roto ne, so we've got lots of goodness in there. So this is, like you say, a great thing to feed the kids.
Definitely, good for breakfast. And also, I was just thinking too, what I often do with smoothies, if I've made too much, you could add probably a little bit more sweetener and then put them into like ice block molds and freeze them and have them as ice blocks.
Very, very clever. Okay, so I'm going to let you do the pouring. Oh, God. Yummy. Moriora, you know what? I am here to help you try those out. It looks so good. Oh, yum. Creaminess is the avocado.
Yeah, you can't actually taste it, but it changes the texture of it, definitely. Yeah.
So if we start getting on to a little bit of cooking, are we? Tell me about these fritters. How did you come up with them and what's in them?
Because we don't eat gluten, I use alternative flours, and these ones I've used chickpea flour. So I've got grated zucchini in there, some lemon zest, freshly chopped mint, and some feta. But
what do we need to do first? Me tapahi e tahima, looks like you've got me chopping.
Yes, you're chopping up the mint. I'm just gonna zest one of these lemons first. You want about 3 cups of grated zucchini. A little tip that I learnt off my granddad many moons ago. Whenever you're doing anything with zucchini where you don't want the moisture from it, just get a really clean tea towel and pop the whole lot in there. Usually I just do it straight over the sink. Kind of what we were doing with the nut milk before. You just want to twist it and just get as much of that excess kind of liquid. The smaller ones are usually not as juicy. So I'll just leave that there for now.
Right.
And then we're going to get on to the batter mixture. So we just need a sieve, half a cup of chickpea flour, 2 tablespoons of corn flour, a tablespoon of gluten-free baking powder. We're going to crack a couple of eggs into there and 1/4 cup of just cold water. So get a nice smooth batter. I'm just going to add a bit of salt and pepper. We'll add in the mint and just the lemon zest at this stage. Now we can add in the zucchini, and there is an actual amount of feta, but really it's up to you. If you want to add more, go for it.
Ritia, koina noiho. So that's all we need.
That's it.
Koe rite katoa mo te tunu, ne? So we're ready to cook. What sort of oil have you got here?
I tend to use olive oil when I'm cooking. I'm usually quite generous with the oil, medium temperature. Too hot and they'll burn. And you can do these as big or as little as you want. I'm going to kind of go in between and flatten them out a little bit. You don't want them too fat, otherwise the outside will be cooked and the middle will be runny, which you don't really want. Cool. And you just want to cook them until you can see it starting to go golden around the outside, lots of bubbles on the top, and then we can flip them. Cool, we just want to flip that over.
Oh, parohia, huh? That looks perfect.
You want to eat these pretty quickly, pretty much straight from the pan. Don't wait around for all of them to be cooked, just eat them as you go. Cool, and you can kind of push the middle like you would like a cake, you know, when you're testing a cake to see if it's cooked. That's still super spongy, which means it wouldn't be cooked. Usually with the first kind of one, just to get a gauge on how they're cooking, just kind of break one in half, just to check, because there is nothing worse than a fritter that's uncooked in the middle.
Yeah.
You can flip them over again if you're getting too brown on one side. Try not to burn you with this one.
Tukana ki te peretine, so we just put them on the plate, and then, like you say, it's good to eat them
Pretty quickly, yeah.
Yes.
I think they're pretty much done. Should we do a tester?
Yeah. E rika nei au ki te kaiwe now. I can't wait to eat these, so how are we going to serve them up?
I really just like them by themselves. They've got the zucchini, they've got the feta, lemon zest and mint, so they're really nice just by themselves with just a little bit of lemon juice squeezed over the top. If you're wanting to make it a little bit more substantial, you can serve it with a salad on the side, and a little bit of chutney is really nice as well.
Anone kei te ora taku tinare te titiro atu, you know? I just look at this and I feel healthier. And this beautiful smoothie to start us off, and, well, here are mine. So we better have a little tester just to make sure. He tika tau, and you're right, there's lots of different ways you can have it. I can imagine it with egg as well, you know, just like for a breakfasty kind of thing.
Definitely.
Yum. So this is really light and quite spongy, and you can taste the lemon, definitely. It's zesty.
Yeah. And when you get the nice little chunks of feta, it's nice and salty.
I'm all about those. E hea, kēnei ngā mea ka pau i au. Well, I'm probably going to eat most of those, but nice and light and tasty, really doable. Ka tahi nā te whakaro pai ko tēnei. I think it's an amazing idea. And just one of the many, so don't you worry, I'll be Googling you up a storm. Just like Oprah did, I'm loving your work, eh, Hoa?
Thank you.
Ngā mihi nui. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Now I'll just take all of them.